You can make a lot of money in cryptocurrency, but you need to know when to buy, when to sell with crypto chart analysis. If you can read the market, then all of a sudden you have an edge on everyone else. And that's what I'm going to cover with you today to really identify in advance reversal zones. And at the end of this video, I'm also going to cover a bonus, a live chart analysis, so you can really see it in application. So I do a lot of updates for my private community. We did a Bitcoin update recently. And what we said was we were anticipating a top in Bitcoin and we predicted it nicely. But it wasn't magic, it wasn't a crystal ball. There was method behind the madness. And I want to share some of that with you today because we want to identify in advance these reversal zones so we know when to buy and when to sell with high probability. That's going to maximize our chances and your chances of locking in key profits. This is actually one of my first videos I ever did on YouTube back in April 2021. And we said we're likely to see a top in Bitcoin because of the way crowd psychology plays into buying and selling behavior and its chart analysis. If you can understand that there's fundamentals baked in to this price action, we can anticipate in advance because this is what we said. And you can go back and watch it. It's one of my first ever videos that we said we're likely to get a top and some type of correction. And at this point, we ended up getting a very deep correction as we anticipated in advance. So again, one of the biggest challenges that I find people have is taking profits. So not only buying low, but we also want to be able to sell high as well. Short selling is a thing. So whether you're just holding your crypto to ride the bull market as and when it comes, or if you're actively trading where you can make money on the way down or the way up. So I long the market and short the market. This was an Ethereum trade. We identified a high probability top over here and traded this short. So we're going to cover some of these key fundamentals. And if you can learn some of this, add it to what you're currently doing, but maybe even replace some of what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, we're here to make money and we want to use the tools that serve us best. So the first thing I want to cover with you is the psychology in price patterns. It's one of my favorite things that I've come across in my last 15 years of trading. It's something called Elliott wave theory. Now, quick caveat, we use the 80-20 rule. So Elliott wave, I realized that a lot of people don't use Elliott waves, mainly because it's very complicated. I don't care about the academia of Elliott wave. I'm focused on the 20% that gives us practical information that allows us to see what's likely to happen next so we know when to buy and when to sell. So it's all about practicality, not about getting into all of the academics. So it's the bull and the bear market. So Elliott waves applies in a bull market when we have a 5-wave movement in the market and a 3-wave correction. So markets typically move in 5s and 3s. Not always, but more often than not. And that's what we want to do is focus on the probability. And when you spot these patterns, it gives us a large clue, a big clue of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end, I'll give you some live examples. And then typically what follows is ABC correction and then a continuation of the former trend. That's what we're looking for. The same is true in a bear market, but you just flip it upside down. It's a 5-wave structure and then an ABC correction. And what Ralph Nelson Elliott figured out back in the 1900s, crowd psychology repeats itself. Individuals are unpredictable, but crowd, mass herd psychology is relatively predictable. And we're going to use this information to our advantage. So when I'm looking at this, key thing that you want to do when possible and where possible is identify end of wave twos. Why? Because the thing that typically occurs after a wave two is a wave three. And more often than not, wave three is the biggest and most impulsive wave where you make the most amount of profits. So we want to get into the market or buy your crypto or trade the crypto long before the wave three takes off, right? Because a lot of people, what tends to happen, and you may have found this happens to you, is people buy at the top of a 5-wave structure because this is where FOMO is the highest, the euphoria of the market, the positive news, etc., before a big correction. We want to buy low and sell high. And that's going to be the key thing over here. A few other things that we want to look at as well. So we're going to break this down in a bit of detail. So when I'm looking at a 5-wave structure, what you want to know with a wave 1 and a wave 2 is that typically a wave 2, not always, but around 40, 50, 60% of the time, the most common type of correction is something called an A, B, C zigzag. And if you spot this pattern, it's really highly probable that we're going to get a continuation, especially if this swing high gets exceeded. So we're going to cover a few things over here. So before I do, what I want to now do is zoom in to this part of the market where I've just drawn this box, because again, I'm diving quite fast. We're going to go into 3 degrees of Elliott wave counts. And what we're really talking about is crowd psychology on a macro degree, intermediate, and a micro degree. But really, what we're interested in is, can we pinpoint with a high degree of accuracy the end of a wave 2? In other words, an end of a wave 2 is also the beginning of a wave 3. So how can we do that? Well, the key thing you want to know, and again, we'll cover some examples, and you'll see this time and time again, and it's not always clear on a daily chart, but when you go to a lower degree time frame, more often than not, you'll see this 5-wave structure for a wave C. And that's what I've broken down over here. This move over here, typically, and when it does, and it's clear we want to use this to our advantage, is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when this condition is met, we can go long above a swing high and put a stop loss below here. Now, if you're not using a stop loss, it's buy low, sell high, but you get the premise. What we're trying to do is identify in advance a correction or end of a correction before the market takes off. So we're not chasing, we're ahead of the game, we're in, we've secured our position, and then we're going to ride the trend. And that's what we want to do time and time again. So a wave 1 and a wave 2. So now let's just look at a practical example. So this is a Solana chart. So I'm just going to break a few things down. Now, sometimes the patterns are really clear and sometimes they're not. So when I looked at this chart, this is a trade that we actually took with Solana to go long. And I'm gonna go into a live chart towards the end of this training to show you what happened before, what gave it context, and everything else. But a wave 1 and wave 2 is what I saw. This was my thesis. So I went along the market. Now, sometimes on a bar chart, I use bar charts. You can use candlesticks. Candlesticks are quite popular as well. Is when I go to a line chart, we can see this is an overlapping wave structure. What you want to be aware of, one of the most useful things about Elliott wave, is to see if the market is if it's in an impulsive trend or if it's in a corrective trend. Now, this looked relatively impulsive as an initial part of a move, and this looked corrective, especially on a line chart. And what that tells me is when you get a correction, at the end of a correction, typically what occurs is a continuation of the former trend. So in other words, we're anticipating a move like this, and we want to get in early with acceptable capital exposure. In other words, how much are we willing to risk to find out if we're right? So a good entry strategy, there's many entry strategies, one of my favorites, is just going long on a swing high. In other words, I want the market to do something that indicates that we're going to get some type of follow through. And you can identify a swing high over here, there's a swing high over here, and there's a swing high over here, which correlates to this part over the market. So that's where I want to go long. In other words, I want to buy if the market goes above this point. But I want to control my risk because we're trading this. So I'm going to put a stop loss below the swing low. In other words, down here. So in other words, if the market goes in our direction and comes back down, that voids my thesis and I want to be out of the market and reevaluate. So that's just the core basics and advanced at the same time, but you get what I'm saying over here. So when we did this with this particular trade, is this. Now, it's not as clean as this. You know, the ideal scenario, and sometimes it is really ideal where we get the A, B, C, and the C breaks down to a 5-wave structure, and we can identify a wave 4. It's called a wave 4 of a wave C of a wave 2. If it's not clear, what's sufficient is just a swing high. We got a swing high. If the price goes above that, we can be fairly confident that this is going to hold. And we look at the risk maybe 2% over our account side to find out if we're right. Now with Solana, it moved nicely in our direction. Like it not only had nice follow through, it really moved in our direction, which was quite cool to see. So I'm going to go to a live chart with Solana. But before I do, check out my How to Make Money Trading Scorecard. It takes 3 minutes, yes, no questions, to see where you are with your trading journey. And you'll get an overall score based on your risk management skills, your technical analysis, where you are strong in your personal psychology and your trade plan. And I break it down for you using my 15 years of experience of the key things that you should start to work on to maximize the chance of you making money from the crypto markets or any markets that you trade. I'm also going to send you a personalized 15-page report detailing these 4 sections on where you're strong, what you should work on, but also where you're weak and might be weak, and what you should really start to work on so you can maximize the odds of you succeeding big time. Another thing that I want to add to the equation is psychology, measuring price ratios using something called Fibonacci price. Now, there's a basic level of retracements and there's some advanced stuff. So today I'm just going to cover some of the basics. This can be a powerful tool in conjunction with the pattern position. So I wouldn't use Elliott Wave just by itself. It's not strong enough, right? But Elliott Waves with a pattern reversal signal, which is a swing high, but combining Fibonacci ratios, all of a sudden, it's a whole different ball game. So keeping it really, really simple, when you see a wave 1 and a potential wave 2, what you want to do is measure the movement of the wave 1, and then how far does the price retrace? And a typical retracement of a wave 2 should be a minimum of 50%. So in other words, we've got this movement to the upside. We want to measure it and then measure it downward, a 50% retracement. I'll show you how to do this live on a TradingView chart in just a moment. And the correction should be at least 50%. If it hasn't hit 50%, the correction is unlikely to be over or something else is occurring. And the typical maximum is 78.6%. And it typically falls in that range. There is another ratio in between, which is 62%, which again, we want to be really, really aware of. So again, we're looking for a nice price zone in conjunction with the pattern position. In other words, if we got a 78.6% retracement or the 58% in this range over here, and an ABC of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a C, now we've got something called a confluence of events. In other words, we're stacking the odds in our favor, where there's 2 pieces of information that are telling us this is likely to be the end of a trend in terms of a wave 2, and we're probably going to get a reversal at the beginning of a wave 3, and we want to ride the wave 3 until its end. So we're going to go to a live chart now with Solana and do this. I'm going to show you how to do this in terms of the drawing of the Fibonacci ratios. So let's go into a live chart with Solana. So I've just taken the date back to where it was when I was doing this particular trade. And we're going to use something called a Fibonacci retracement tool. You can find it over here with TradingView. TradingView is a fantastic piece of software. It's this over here, is a bit further down, Fib retracements. And what we're going to do is quite simple. It takes 2 clicks and it's clicking at the beginning of the trend and at the end of the trend. And we're going to measure the retracements. And I like to do it in line with the top because it helps keep my chart really, really clean because we don't want to have a messy chart. So let's do this over here. So I'm going to click the bottom or in line with the bottom, which is the beginning of the wave 1 and the end of the wave 1. And what we can see straight away, and hopefully you can see it, is that the price is in the 50 to 62% retracement zone. So now we want to identify a swing high and a swing low to trade our position. Now I'm also going to add in another piece of information. I love momentum indicators. Now there's thousands of momentum indicators. My favorite by far is something called the Stochastics RSI. I covered that with you in another video, which I'll let you know where you can find that video. But we want 3 pieces of information. So we've got this nice move to the upside, a corrective wave sequence to the downside in a Fibonacci price zone where the momentum looks like it's going to turn bullish like this, where it coincides with the price low, and we're probably going to get a bullish reversal. So literally what we did with this particular trade is we put in an order to go long or to buy on this long over here. Let's just change this to green. Let's make it really stand out so it's really, really clear for us to see. To go long on this swing high with a stop loss below this swing low. Let's color it red to represent the stop loss. And basically what we're saying is if the market moves in our direction that we want, which is up, and goes beyond this point, we're triggered in with our position size. And if it comes back down, we'll get stopped out and we'll take a loss. So I like to risk 2% per trade and no more. And we can make some serious money if we compound month on month, week on week, month on month over a large enough period of time. Because even though there's a very high probability trade, we don't want to bet the house on just one trade. 2% is a good risk amount. So now let's just see how this played out. So let's just see where this chart is. I'm just going to squeeze it in like so. Let's do it like this. I'm going to squeeze it in like this over here. So with Solana, the next bar was a nice bar in our direction. This is what we like to see. It doesn't always have an aggressive bar like this, but when you've got a nice aggressive move to the upside or ideal condition with the price and momentum and pattern is not that uncommon. Now, in another video, I'll show you why I would label this at this point a wave 1 or a, I won't go into too much detail here. I would label this as a 2 or B. And I put a question mark. And then we'll just see how it played out. So let's just unfold a few bars. And we see we had a nice movement to the upside with Solana. And then we had a further follow through. And this is where it is right now. So I'm actually still in this trade. We've exited some of our position, but it's a nice move in our direction with Solana. Pretty cool, right? So if you want to take your trading to the next level, I highly encourage you to watch this video. If it's not out yet, I'm working on it, so it should be out. So you hopefully by the time you're seeing this is out. It's boost your profits. Swing trading. Swing trading, and really I go into a lot of detail about the momentum indicators, how you can use these momentum indicators in your favor, but especially with something called double time frame momentum to really stack the odds in your favor. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'm going to be bringing a lot of value to you over the next few days, weeks, months, and years to come. So keep watching, watch the next video, and I'll see you very, very soon.